Good morning. Hi guys. Happy Wednesday. Hopefully you guys are having a good week so far. I have, so I have no complaints. It's been doing me per usual and all that good stuff. I just wanted to come and talk for a second and show some love. It's funny because I know I was talking last time a little bit about tests, universal tests and all that, life's test. And I was thinking about it a little bit, and I really believe that life is a test. That's just my own beliefs, just through my own experiences and stuff, and so that's how I try to look at it from day to day, as everything is like a test in a way. So I try to be mindful of how I deal with certain situations, because it could be a test, and so I'm just really careful how I do certain things. Because I know how a lot of things work too regarding certain things, so I just know better to regarding doing certain things and what not to do, if that makes sense. And I think the craziest part to me is I learned the more that I know I talked before last time about how I gain more confidence each time that I overcome certain challenges and things, or especially tests that are thrown at me from the universe and stuff, or even people. But I mentioned to you guys earlier that it actually helps me become more confident in things of that sort. And so it's crazy because I get a lot of backlash sometimes from other people. Other people could view me as being arrogant or egotistic just because of the confidence, but I'm not, I look at it as because I do work out of my ego though, sometimes, majority of the times, but I try not to work out of it in a negative sense, because there's a good side of your ego and there's a bad side of the ego. So you just have to learn how to balance it, or have a balance, and not let it overcome you pretty much. And so I know that working out of my negative, I know to work out the good side of my ego pretty much. So by me working on my good side of my ego, I know I can't really look down upon other people. So I could see other people, right? But I'll never really judge them because of how they are or anything like that, because I know we're all on our separate paths, and everybody's not on the same path or timelines within their paths, and so I can't look at someone and just judge them just by looking at them, because you never know what path they're on, or what type of path they're on, or what timeline they're on neither, or what level pretty much. So if I see certain things, I just ignore it and I just let people to be who they are, and just not worry about it. And by me staying in my lane pretty much and not worried about the wrong things, it actually helps me gain more confidence and have more faith in myself and my journey, but it's the confidence, it's not really my ego that I'm working out of. It's just the confidence from overcoming so many tests, so it looks like I'm being egotistic to some people, but I really don't care, but because I know that's not what I'm trying to portray. And so I don't really let it get to me, but it actually increases my confidence. And the more that my confidence is increased in things, and I have and focus And the more that I focus on my own self, you know, staying in my own lane and letting people stay in their lane, you know, and do what they need to do for themselves, it actually helps me focus more on my goals and helps me accomplish them, you know. And by me having my self-love too on top of that, it just brings me to a state of conscious to where I'm really content, you know, with everything. So like you can see me in like crazy situations, but majority of the time I try to stay level-headed, because I know that that's the best way to be, and just knowing that it's gonna be over soon, you know. I don't have to dwell on like the negative aspects of things, right? And I also know, like, by me being like that, I'm actually always, majority of the time, I'm always in like a certain state of conscious to where I'm like satisfied regardless of anything that's going on. You know, so like I could probably not have everything that people actually would think that I would need, you know, if that makes sense. And I'll still be content with myself and my life, right? So like I'll be content with what I have pretty much, and still be as happy as I would if I had it. So I just learned how to raise my level of conscious. But it helped me because, like, by me being like in my own lane and working on myself, and not worried about anybody else and what they're doing and trying to harm anyone or take what they got, and just by focusing on myself, literally, and my goals and stuff, right? So by me being like that, it actually gives me like a sense of contentment to where I feel fulfilled regardless, you know, of what's going on. Like I always have like this state of contentness, right? And fulfillment, and just kind of like living life like I have everything that I need regardless, because I do, in a way, you know. Like I'm sure the universe and God will provide me with what I need, you know, if I really need it, if it's like that desperate of a need, you know. I don't feel like I'll be left without, you know. So I don't think I would be able to be taken through certain tests if God knew I wasn't going to be able to get through it, pretty much. And so by me building my faith that way, because of all the obstacles that I've overcome over the time, you know, and by me just worrying about myself, it just increases my faith, and which increases my contentment within myself. And so like I'll just go back and I'll just be fulfilled with anything that I have. And if I do gain more, that's even more, just a cherry on top, pretty much. But it's like the ultimate fulfillment whenever you're able to be content within yourself, right? And so I think that's probably where I don't care what other people think, but like I think that's where it gets mixed up with the ego, being like egotistic or confident, you know. But anybody can have that state of contentment, and that's what usually, that state of contentment, it has to be like a certain level of conscious state that you will have to go through, you know, or get to be able to feel that way, right? Like finding like finding fulfillment within yourself, pretty much, instead of in the realm of time and space. So finding contentment within yourself and being happy with yourself and confident within yourself, and, you know, focusing on yourself and your needs and stuff, it actually will bring you to that state of contentment, you know, when you're truly happy with yourself, right? And so that's why a lot of times, like, I could go through some things, but at the end of the day, I can kind of still be chill, you know, because I know I'll be okay, like, pretty much. And it's pretty much like what a lot of people, like, I believe, like, a lot of people are searching for, like, is the truth and true fulfillment and true contentment, you know. And that's what a lot of religions are searching for, pretty much, when That's what they're searching for, is like truth, true contentment, and fulfillment within yourself, right? To where they can go out and be happy regardless and be fulfilled and stuff, you know? But a lot of people, like, I'm not saying everybody, but a lot of people do find that, try to search for that contentment and fulfillment within desires of time and space, you know, the realm of time and space. So they'll go and probably buy a new car, or go and have a kid, or buy a new house, or do certain things, buy certain things that's not within their means, or just to find that fulfillment, you know. And the thing with finding fulfillment within time and space is different, because it's different from having like true contentment, because within time and space, you know, time and space is it's not abiding, and so pretty much it doesn't go on forever, so it's limited, right? And so whenever you try to find fulfillment within time and space, it only lasts for a certain amount of time, because it never lasts forever, because the realm of time and space is limited, and it's not abiding, right? So you can go buy a new car and be fulfilled within that moment, but it's only a certain amount of time that will pass to where you want a new one, because it's not fulfilling you as much as it used to, because it's a limited feeling, right? And so then you go and search for more fulfillment through other things, you know, if that makes sense. Because in the realm of time and space, everything's limited and it's not abiding, which it means that it doesn't go on forever. And so, and it's changeable pretty much, so everything can change, you know, and then you're not fulfilled anymore, and then you go try to find more things within time and space that actually makes you fulfilled for that missing fulfillment that you had previously, right? So you keep searching, you keep doing all these things, keep buying more things to fulfill yourself, but in the end, you're never going to really be fulfilled. It's not abiding, so it's only temporary, if that makes sense. And so once you be able to reach that level of conscious, as far as it being abiding, your true fulfillment, then you'll be able to be fulfilled with anything and anything in your life, regardless of your situation or what's going on, you know. Like, you'll always have that, you will always have that contentment within yourself regardless, you know. And so that's why it's good to just try to find contentment within yourself and wish fulfillment within yourself and practice self-love. And that's one thing that and when the beginning of my journey, I had an issue with the self-love part, because I was so used to like doing stuff for other people and like helping out and within people that were around me and stuff all the time. And so I never really thought I really didn't have a lot of time for myself, you know. And so, because I was always working too on top of that, and then I had the kids, you know, and then it's just a lot. So it's really hard for me to find that self-love and have time to myself to do that. But once everything hit the fan and stuff, I was able to be alone and go within and find that true contentment, you know. And you don't have to be alone, but like in my case, it just helped a lot, because I was able to hear my thoughts and not hear everybody else's thoughts and opinions and what I shouldn't do, and you know. So first of all, I don't think there's anything really wrong with the ego, as long as you don't let it control you. So like, there's certain things that you have to be in control over, which is pretty much everything in your existence that you can actually control, you know. If you control your ego, like maybe work out the positive side of your ego instead of the negative side, right? Thinking like I don't walk around and be like, oh, because I know I could do a lot of things, right? But I don't be walking around and be like, oh, I'm better than that person, or you know, or acting like people are below me. I don't think like that. If anything, I just think like, I don't really think about other people like that, to be honest. I'll probably glance at them or something, but I just keep it pushing, because it's none of my business. You know, that's just how I am. And it helped a lot. But by me being like that and not judging other people, like, it helps. You know, I just like know that everybody's on a different path and I can't really judge their path. I mean, I'll speak my truth, of course, the truth, but I'm not gonna judge anyone like, oh, they'll never get it together, or, you know, I'm not gonna do that because I'm just not like that. You know, everybody has their own path, and everybody has to go through their own journey and like self-discovery journey, pretty much, and to be able to find that contentment within inside of yourself and the wish fulfillment, right? And then once you do, everything that you do, anything that you do, you'll be more content with everything. You'll be more fulfilled with life, you know, because it'll always be with you and it's abiding, right? Because it's within you instead of outside of you. It will never change if you can find it within you, right? It will never go away unless you want it to. But I don't think I'll ever let it go away because I know how to navigate it. So, but that's crazy because, you know, that's pretty much everybody, like in the religions and everything, that's what they're looking for, is like the truth and fulfillment, contentment, like abiding contentment, you know, like true happiness, you know. And it's pretty much the level of conscious, your state of your conscious level, right? You have to, I think they call it in like the ancient Egyptian text, they call it the nun, the N-U-N, the N-U-N. No, it's the nun. And so the nun is like the transcendental state of conscience, if I said that right. Transcendental state of conscience, which is like the primeval waters. So like before time and everything, before everything was here, you know, there was a primeval waters, and everything was still, right? And so there was nothing, pretty much. And that's a transcendental conscious state. It's like where nothing exists, or like it's like where there's stuff there, right? But it's like nothing's moving. You're not needing for anything. You have everything you need, everything you want, all your desires are fulfilled, and it's just there. Kind of like at the beginning of time when there was nothing but the water, right? And how everything was just still, and like you didn't need or want for anything because you had everything. And like if you could just go to that state of mind and be like, I have everything I need, you know, and if I need more, God will provide it for me, or like some way the universe will conspire with you to be able to give you what you need, right? And if you really deserve it and need it, right? Because the universe will provide you with what you need, pretty much. But that's the state of conscience that you'll have to be in to be able to have that true contentment within yourself, right? And it's like where nothing exists, like you have everything. You know, you're not wanting for everything. You will have that contentment within yourself and knowing that you have everything that you need. And if you need more, then it'll be provided to you within the due time, if that makes sense. So I had to learn that too. But that's where I, like, over time of like practicing everything, I learned that it works, and it actually helped me, you know. So with me, as far as like being content within myself, regardless of what was going on with me, you know, or around me, I don't know. But that's where I'm able to like still be positive and have my, like, be graceful, you know, regardless of what I'm going through. And by that, you know, that's where you find your true fulfillment. And then once I get everything I need, or whatever, you know, it's just gonna be like even better, you know. It's just gonna be icing on top of the cake because I'm already grateful, you know. and I already know I have everything I need. And so whenever I end up getting more, you know, I will just be that more grateful, you know, and that more faithful. And I'll just appreciate it more, you know, because I already have that contentment within myself without having it, you know, if that makes sense. So, I mean, you can find that true fulfillment within yourself, but you have to, like, go to that state of conscious to where you know that you have everything that you need, and you don't have to be greedy. Like, don't overdo it, you know, but, like, you can, but, like, don't be stressed out about it, because, like, if you can't get more, because, like, the universe will always provide you what you need in due time, you know, if that makes sense. So, like, you don't have to go still or do all this crazy stuff for the worldly things, you know. And that's, like, yeah, trying to find contentment through time and space, like I was mentioning before, you know. And you can just find it within yourself. You don't have to, like, do certain things for it, you know, or do malicious things for it, or break the law for it, or, you know, you don't have to do any of that, because you already have it within yourself, and you know that you'll always have that within yourself, you know, as long as you know how to obtain it, you know. And you'll be able to obtain it through, I say, virtue, truth, pretty much, balance. And meditation helped me a lot by, like, sitting with myself, like, quiet, you know, alone, without distractions, going within, you know, and just self-love too, going out on walks, hanging out with yourself. You don't need anybody else next to you, around you, you know. You just find that true contentment and happiness within yourself, and over time you'll find that true contentment, right? And you'll be able to reach that level of state of conscience, the transcendental conscious state, which is the none. There's a lot of words for it. It's like, I think they have none. It's the none, and then it's the transcendental conscious state, where pretty much everything is at its absolute point, pretty much. So nothing really can change, which is that transcendental state that I mentioned, to where, like, nothing will actually change my mind about myself, as far as me being, like, content with myself, you know. So regardless of anybody talking about me or anything like that, I will always be content, because it's abiding, because it's within me, if that makes sense. It's not limited like time and space would be, like if you're trying to purchase certain things for, like, a temporary satisfaction, you know. And time and space is limited, because it's not abiding, right? And so, yeah. Sorry if I confused you guys a little bit. But hopefully you guys got a little gist of that. But I'll explain more about it later, you know, as time goes on, of how I was able to raise my level of conscience to that state. So the more you work on yourself, though, the easier it becomes over time. So that's why it's important to, like, work on yourself. And, like me, I don't be worried about other people. Like, I do care about people and stuff, like, but I'm not always stalking them or, like, chasing them, like, all up in their business or anything like that, because I have my own business to tend to, right? If I'm always up in everybody else's business or stalking them and worry about what they're doing and all this crazy stuff, I'm not gonna have time for myself. So that's why I don't really worry about people too much, like, of what they have going on. If I hear, like, certain stories, I'll be like, dang, that's crazy, but I keep it pushing, you know, instead of, like, digging deeper and, like, for what? It's not my life, you know. It's kind of weird to me. But it happens a lot, though. So I'm just not like that. But I think by me staying in my lane and worrying about myself, you know, majority of the time, and staying true to myself and having self-love and all that good stuff, it helped me, you know, stay content. And Yeah. It's crazy. Like, I love people, I do, but I'm not always up in their business. I love certain celebrities too, but I don't be like, I don't know. It's just like, I don't fish like for everything. Like, oh my God, what is they doing today? Oh my God, go on their page. Oh my God, go see what they're doing. Oh my God, he's with that person. I don't even check with their exes or anything. I don't do any of that because it's none of my business, you know. But I think by me being like that, it actually keeps me focused on my own life, and that's why I evolve every time even faster, you know, because I'm worried about the right things, you know, instead of the wrong things, you know. So whenever you worry about the right things, you'll see the results of that first, and you'll see the latter in the other, right? So I think I said that right, I don't know. Versus the latter. But anyway, I just wanted to come talk to you guys for a second and say hi. Wish you guys a good week, rest of your week, and I'll come back and talk to you guys a little bit more. I don't think I left anything out. Hopefully not. I'm trying to think through my notes. Let's see. I don't think so. Yeah, I think I'm good today. But yeah, I'm gonna let you guys go and enjoy the rest of your day. If I don't see you guys for the rest of the week, I hope you guys have a great weekend, and if I do, I'll see you later. So I love you guys. Bye.